It's Tuesdays with Terri. I'm Terri Murphy, communication specialist, all about helping people connect, engage, and learn, discover, enjoy. Oh, just all the good things that come with communication. And we do them in so many ways. And words are the probably the worst because they mean so many things to so many different people. But there's one word that I think really resonates as we go forward into a new year. And that is the word promise. Promise has so many intonations. It has hope, it has enthusiasm, but the promise uh, is can be so misinterpreted in so many ways. And even if you have full intention and full passion to do something may get in the way. And so I would like to review with you, as I do every year, is go through some of the books that inspire me, that put me back on track. And I have a couple of them right here. There's a whole bunch of them. And I wish you could see them all. But uh, think about it. When somebody says, don't worry about it, I've got your back, how do you feel? It's a soothingness that says, I'm not alone. I can do this. And, when we face a empty slate, the empty tapestry that we get to fill with colors and themes and textures, experiences, can be kind of daunting. The unknown seems to bring more fear than challenge or discovery, like when you were a little kid. So one of my favorite books, well, one of the people I admire is Dr. Nido Qubein, president of High Point University, and he wrote a book called Change Your Words, Change Your World, a daily quote for an extraordinary day. And there's going to be a day that you wish you had just an ordinary day because it was extraordinary. And he says, when you change your words, when you transform your mindset, when you examine your beliefs, what's unshakable for you? What's a non-negotiable? You will change your focus and you will begin to change your world. Well, I'm going to take that a step farther, Dr. Qubein, and say, not only will you change your world, but one word that you can say can profoundly impact, both positively or negatively, another person. One word, because it has a representation that gives us a feeling. And that feeling can be of love, joy, acceptance, appreciation. And boy, I'm all about appreciation. So thank you for this. Jason Hewlett, such a funny man. Oh my goodness, such a funny man. Wrote a book, The Promise to the One. And he talks about character. And he has a quote from Rockefeller, and it says, I believe in the sacredness of a promise, that a man's word should be as good as his bond, that character, not wealth or power or position, is the supreme worth. Well, I got to tell you something. Integrity with your word brings me to my next favorite, well, the favorite book, The Four Agreements by Miguel Ruiz. And he wrote this some time ago, and I understand he has a fifth one now, but the first one is the most important, and he'll say that, and that is be impeccable with your word. Well, that backs right up to integrity, which backs right up to promise. When you're impeccable with your word, you speak with integrity, which means say only what you mean. Avoid using the word to speak against yourself, ladies, to speak against yourself. You deflectors out there, oh, you look great. Oh, I don't know. To speak against yourself. Or to gossip about others. Really? Is your life not full of management that you got to manage someone else? Really? Use the power of your word in the direction of truth and love. Words are the most powerful thing to heal. I'm sorry. I love you. I may not see what you see, but I can respect how you get there. The Four Agreements reveals the source of self-limiting beliefs that rob us of joy and create needless suffering. And it's based on Toltec wisdom. I would recommend you get this book because the first chapter goes right into you can attain the kingdom of heaven from this one agreement, be impeccable with your word. If you make a promise, keep it. Oh, I'll call you about lunch. Well, let's do a coffee. I'll remember to send you that recipe. How often do we miss that? And it's not because we're not intentional. It's just, well, things get in the way. So I would say to you, as you start a new chapter of your life, that might be one you might want to think about. And another, and this is fun. This is Millman's book, The Laws of Spirit, and it's been a book that's been sitting around, but it has a whole chapter on integrity. Go figure. Integrity means living and acting with alignment with spiritual law and with our highest vision. Despite impulses to the contrary from the heart of integrity, we recognize, accept, and express our authentic interior reality, inspiring others not with words, but by example. So you don't have to agree with everybody. I mean, that would be ridiculous. I mean, how you make your pasta sauce is going to be different for everybody. But understanding that there's a high emotional intelligence that goes with it. You can't be them. You did not have their experience. So going forward with your communication, think about integrity. Think about coming from a place of positivity versus criticism. Everybody's doing the best they can. Nobody says, let me live that moment over just a little bit more so I can screw it up just a little bit better, so I could hurt someone even more that I didn't mean to hurt, that I could have contained my impulse to do something I would never have done had I just been a little bit more in the moment. Power's in the moment, and your integrity is everything. And if someone can say that person, what they say they mean, unless they're dead, it's going to happen because they have that commitment. And in this book, he talks about integrity is that summer. She traveled on faith, walking until the shelter and fasting had until given food, reminding us, live according to your highest life and highest light, and more light will be given. So what you see is what you get. Integrity with your word, the promise of the word, is so important because it says who you are even when you're not talking. So just for going forward, I would say as a communication tip, be authentic. You don't have to be perfect. Matter of fact, it's better that you are perfectly imperfect and that we learn from those mistakes and we regroup, we redesign, we reignite, and we go forward. If anything could change, if anything could get better, I think this year is a year for us to be our better selves. Surround yourself with people who support you, understand the people that don't, concentrate on the light of possibilities. As Nido says, the possibilities, all things are possible. God says all things are possible. I'm just saying all things are possible, but not if you've got that negative thing going on in your brain. And be good to yourself. You have to be better to yourself than others, which makes you better to yourself to others. I'm Terri Murphy. Call me for consulting or to help you with communication skills for presentations, whether it's to your board of directors, whether it's a sales presentation, whether you're speaking. And we have an ebook that I've written with my compliments, the 10 tips to make you the rock star of your next presentation. I'm Terri Murphy. Join us every Tuesday for a tip on how you can be a rock star communicator, where people just want to communicate with you.